Hands down, the hardest part about IVF or pregnancy after loss, or both, is the mental struggle, especially if you already have anxiety, especially if you already have depression, or both, um, of just not knowing and just waiting. I know I should be really excited today. We're 10 weeks as of today. I'm supposed to stop my progesterone injections after tonight. Like tonight's my last injection, and I know I should be really excited about that. But mostly I just feel a ton of anxiety about it and really nervous. And this fear that once I stop the injections, what if I start bleeding and what if I lose my baby? Or what if my baby is already gone and I just don't know it because I've been doing the progesterone injections? That's happened to me before. With my second miscarriage, I was using vaginal progesterone and the baby's heart stopped beating shortly after 7 weeks. And I had no idea until I went into an appointment with my midwife at 11 weeks and found out there was no heartbeat. And then I stopped my progesterone and then I miscarried. And I'm also terrified to ask for another ultrasound. And it's something that I can readily do. My OBGYN and I are friends. We work together. We're colleagues. And as soon as I got pregnant, she was like, let me know. I will scan you as often as you want. And I've taken her up on that a couple of times. But it's been like a week and a half since I've had an ultrasound. I was 8 weeks or just shy of 8 weeks the last time she scanned me, and the baby had a heartbeat and things looked good. But if I ask her to scan me at work tomorrow, am I going to find out that the baby no longer has a heartbeat? Like, I know I should be reassured by the idea of getting an ultrasound, but also I'm just terrified to find out. And a part of me just doesn't want to know. I found myself feeling really angry lately at how sick and how tired I feel. Like today I couldn't even put on lipstick because I felt like it would make me throw up. And if there's a baby with a heartbeat, that's fine. I'm happy to go through whatever I have to go through to get my baby here. I would do a whole year's worth of progesterone injections if I had to meet my baby. But if I'm going through all this for a baby with no heartbeat, it just feels really unfair. And that's happened to me in the past too. I felt super, super sick with my second miscarriage and couldn't like literally couldn't eat anything other than macaroni and cheese and gained like 10 pounds because I was just eating macaroni and cheese all the time to keep myself from throwing up. And then felt like I had gone through an entire first trimester and wound up with no baby. And I'm really struggling with not feeling angry this time, like feeling like I've wasted my time. It's just really hard. I had a whole video planned out today and I really didn't feel like making it. Someone made a comment when I in a couple weeks ago had talked about like the things that nobody tells you about IVF, and I'll link that video in case you missed it. But just saying that like because I said the shots weren't as big of a deal, that I'd be invalidating someone else's experience. But I stand by what I said. If the anxiety and the stress of IVF doesn't get to you, good for you. Maybe it's worse for me because I've had so many losses, but like this is absolute torture, and all I can do is just take it one day at a time, and just wait and see the next time I, go in for an appointment or I ask my friend to scan me at work to see if there's a heartbeat. And then it's like you're reassured in that moment. And then it's like you could lose your baby anytime. You just don't know. It's just really hard. And I wish that I had something helpful to say. I know I try to be really encouraging, but I'm not feeling that this week. So if you have tips on what to do, if you're feeling really scared and the anxiety and the stress is getting to you, I would love to hear them because I feel like my go-tos are not really working for me right now. Like I know I've talked about affirmations a lot in the past, and I feel like now if I looked at my affirmation board and saw something like, oh, I deserve to have a healthy baby, I would just be arguing with myself and being like, oh, do I though? Do I? I don't know. Anyways, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I will try to be more cheerful next week. And see, even as I say that, I'm like, well, what if I have to tell them my baby died next week? You just don't know. I did have a whole video planned out about the differences between midwives and OBGYNs, and if you're looking for a prenatal care provider, how to choose and how to decide, where you want to give birth. So at some point I'll make that. I know someone was asking about bloating, and I'd like to make a video about bloating and constipation in early pregnancy too, and all the infertility mamas. I don't want you to feel like I've forgotten about you. If you have videos you'd like to see, please drop them in the comments. Thank you so much for listening, guys.